Welcome to the CharjrRyuki channel, where gaming and nachos are law. So sit back, relax, and let's dip in.
Alright, we're back. We're gonna meditate on the word of power.
Calls to you, Dovahkiin. Fus, Faim, or Yol.
And then we're going to...
Fade in your tongue. Mortals have greater affinity for this word than the dove. Everything...
We're gonna do another one. What the heck?
Ponder the meaning of spirit. Unslad Zi. Where mortal flesh may wither and die, the spirit endures. That is fine. Let that meaning fill you. Sum Ark Mora. You will find that your spirit will give you more strength.
Yeah, we're done here.
Drem Yolok, greetings. Which calls to you, Dovahkiin?
We got one more. We might as well.
It simply means fire. It is change given form, power at its most primal. That is the true meaning of Yol. Solyek, power. You have it, as do all Dove. But power is inert without action and choice. Think of this as the fire builds in your sum, in your breath. Sum Ark Mora. What will you burn? What will you spare? Look through.
I think you kind of missed your landing there, bud. You a bow. I guess we could go back to Throw of the World. Feeling if I go back the way I came, then all I gotta do is just teleport back. This. Ow. Ow. Yes, I could die doing this. Just in case if he ends up being in that one spot, I'll make my way back. And then I'll go talk to the Lord. After I talk to Ardenir, I'll talk to the Lord Keeper in Winterhold. Gotta be.
So, you spoke to Paarthurnax.
Weird.
The dragon blood burns bright within you. Did he tell
Found
you
him,
what
though.
you wanted to know? Did he teach you the dragon rend shout? Well, so be it. If he believes it is necessary for you to learn this, we will bow to his wisdom. We have never concerned ourselves with the scrolls. The gods themselves would rightly fear to tamper with such things. As for where to find it, such blasphemies have always been the stock and trade of the mages of Winterhold. They may be able to tell you something about the Elder Scroll you seek.
Alright. Let's go back to my Winterhold, I guess, because I am the headmaster of that place. And this will be the last episode of tonight. Not the last episode of the series, but last episode of the night that I'm recording. I ran into a wall.
Greetings, Archmage.
You bet. Hey, Orc. Tell me what I want to know.
Greetings, Archmage.
As a matter of fact, there are. Have you ever heard of Shalador? Immensely powerful mage, back in the First Era. Had an understanding of magic few have ever matched. He holed himself up in Labyrinthian, and devoted all his time to research and study, but more than you would imagine possible. Since then, his writings have been scattered all over Skyrim, but are little use to anyone who can't translate them. I'm one of the few who can. I've heard whispers of more of his work having turned up. If you can track it down, it may prove useful to all of us.
A mage is only as good as what he knows. I try to make sure as much knowledge is available as possible. We've been keeping this collection since the Second Era. Books have come and gone during that time, but it's mostly intact.
And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about? Or are you just someone's errand boy? I knew it. Everyone comes in here expecting my help, but they don't even have the proper questions. An Elder Scroll is an instrument of immense knowledge and power. To read an Elder Scroll, a person must have the most rigorously trained mind, or else risk madness. Even so, the Divines usually take the reader's sight as a price. The simplest way to put it is knowledge, but there's nothing simple about an Elder Scroll. It's a reflection of all possible futures and all possible pasts. Each reader sees different reflections through different lenses, and may come away with a different reading.
But at the same time, all of it is true. Even the falsehoods. Especially the falsehoods. It would take a month to explain to you how that very question doesn't even make sense. The scrolls exist here, with us, but also beyond and beneath, before and after. They are bits of divine-made substance, so we could know them. Sorry, talking about the scrolls, you usually end up in irritating and vague metaphors like that. Some people who study them devoutly go mad. You think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it? It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it. What about... Wait. Were you the one the Greybeards were calling? I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture. And what do you plan to do with it? You think that even if I did, it would be kept under the highest security? Of course. I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture. The strongholds keep to themselves. Skyrim hasn't always been kind to the orcs. For an outsider like you to be accepted, an orc would have to make you blood kin and send word to the chiefs. Trust like that is not freely given. Of course I do. If I didn't, most of these books would have been burned to ashes. Mages need to be reminded to be careful around research materials. If you're feeling adventurous, I'm always looking for someone to procure valuable books from some more dangerous locations. Well, all right, here. I scribbled down the last place I'd heard about. Check it out, but be careful. Here you go. Try not to spill anything on them. That's the work of Septimus Cygnus. He's the world's master of the nature of Elder Scrolls, but, well, he's been gone for a long while. Too long. Somewhere up north, in the ice fields. He said he found some old Dwemer artifact, but well, that was years ago. Haven't heard from him since.
Alright. I think I'm going to call that an episode. We're going to go find Cygnus in the next one. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.